Alright, how are you guys doing? This is Querbeet. I am bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay. I'm driving the American Tier 9 heavy tank I think it's not dash, it's T34. You could easily say I'm driving a piece of shit. I am sorry if you like that tank. Please don't take it personal. I dislike this tank. I don't feel comfortable in it, and what you hear about in the next 5 to 6 minutes is a very personal point of view on this tank. So if you love this tank, you probably want to switch off now. Okay. You know, first things first, the gun. The gun is a very, very decent tool. It lacks accuracy on long range, but it has a high rate of penetration, and therefore you can really go up against anything, and I mean anything in terms of all the tanks that are out there, and you will be able to penetrate. I know the situation right now against the Ferdinand does not display that the gun is inaccurate. I admit that, but I feel that the gun is not accurate on, you know, on the average. Yeah, that's first things first. The gun is superb from my point of view. The second thing is the armor protection on the T34. I don't feel that this is decent enough for Tier 9. Pretty much how you would need to play this is as you know, it's like consider this as a tent, and do camp a lot, because the hull really is vulnerable against many lower tier tanks, even lower tier medium tanks. That is no problem for them to penetrate you if they have a decent gun and know where to shoot heavy tanks. You're simply not fast enough on the tracks to turn around, and it's just never mind. The other thing is, you know, I am struggling so hard because, I mean, I do admit that it might be me not able to adapt to the necessary game style or play style change in this tank. Because I find I'm more like a brawler than, you know, it's like at some point, you know, I'm more like the type of guy who's like, no, I'm fed up with that situation. It's either him or me, and because there's no real pain involved, and at some point, you know, it's like, for me, I want to get some action going, and then I just go in, and the survivability in this tank for this kind of game style is not there, simply not provided. The tank simply does not provide enough survivability. I had a discussion the other day with a friend of mine, and we agreed sort of that what this tank lacks is, you know, I would even live with the shitty armor it has, when it would be a little bit more agile, like in terms, like have a look to my VK4502 video. Then, you know, if this thing is for a tier 8 tank, it is fast, it is it turns quick, you know, it has it is up and going quite fast, you know, from standing still to high speed. It has a decent acceleration, but this is all lagging in that thing. But yeah. Yeah, as previously said, it might be the lack of ability to adapt to that tank from my side. Um, but I don't know, I remember I had quite a huge amount of free XP lying about, and I was a little bit well, not so huge, you know. I elited the T32, which was a, you know, after a while, and after the T32 really proved to be a very decent tank. You know, then I was like, okay, I just want to step up, and I was expecting a similar behaving vehicle just for tier 9, but I really was disappointed by how the T34 was performing in my first run. You know, the situation was like, I elited that T32, and then it's like, yeah, now it's the T34 time, and you know, I had a bit of free XP lying around, and I was able to purchase all modules, well, to research all modules, and I purchased them, and you know, it's like my first one was, you know, I came out fresh, like everything upgraded. First run was like, it felt like shit. You know, that's just the chemistry is not okay between the tank and me, if you can say so. Um, yeah, that is pretty much it. And the thing is, you know, a clear indicator to me is like, I'm playing that tank for quite a while now, and I'm still not progressed anywhere close to a T30. I probably end up, you know, spending free XP, or you know, change XP for gold and then buy the T30, because I just can't stand that thing. Um, you know that excuse me, that shows, you know, in the daily doubles, or at the moment it's daily thirds. Um, you know, usually I need a one gameplay, or you know, in some cases two gameplays in order to pull out a win, but in this, you know, it easily can happen 3 or 4 runs until I can score a win, and then it's like, I don't know, I have 1 or 2 shots, or maybe 3, and I end up heavily wounded all the time, and uh, that's just a struggle. But I wanted to bring it out. The T30 will become a tank destroyer, the T34 becomes a premium, and I wanted to bring a T34 video out before that change happens. Then I thought, okay, this is a half decent gameplay, you know. I tried to picture my relationship to the T34, and in this, along these lines, this gameplay is half decent, I would say. So it's out there. Once again, apologies for all you T34 lovers, but it's just not my cup of tea. Hit the like button, subscribe. See you later.